Hey YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I want to welcome you back to the 4th installment of my Real versus Replica series. So this bag here is the Pillow Tabby 26 in the color Ivory, and I love this shade. I think I might like it better than Chalk, although Chalk is very close. I really like that color too, so it might be a toss-up. But I do have some really cool straps that go with the Ivory bag, and so I love that for sure. So I wanted to compare this bag to a Pillow Tabby 18 that a viewer had posted for sale, and I knew several gals who saw the post and they thought that the bag was not authentic. And so I contacted the gal who was selling the bag and I asked her for some more pictures so that we could do an evaluation and figure it out. And so I just reviewed the pictures, and there are some things that are so close. I'm telling you, they are super close. But the biggest thing that we noticed was, I would say, this tag. This tag just does not look right on her bag at all. And I'm going to insert a picture of mine that's not blown out like this. And then I'm going to insert a picture of hers. So on hers, you'll notice that the glazing around the edges is not as perfect. And also that the font on the Coach is just pretty different. If I remember correctly, I think the A was the most different part. So for me and this group of gals that was looking at it, the hang tag was sort of the dead giveaway, but I found a few other interesting things that I did want to point out. They got it right in terms of the placement of the Coach on the front of this loop and the front of this loop. It was different on the Soft Tabby, where on one side it was on the front, the stamp was, and on the other side it was on the back. Also, with regards to the clips, I feel like they were so close. The only difference I could see was maybe just a slight difference in the font, but they did get the Coach on the top and the bottom instead of on the side and the side. Like the other two replica bags, or the other two believed to be by me as well as the subscriber who sent me the photos. This one, it had the right placement for the stamps. Like every stamp I looked at was right. The other thing was that on the Soft Tabbies, if you look right here, they all say Coach, Coach, but this one has a jumble of numbers. And I do not believe that that is consistent across all of the Pillow Tabbies. I think some of them say Coach, Coach, because I've had subscribers contact me in the past and I looked at mine and I don't think they're all the same. I think that they vary. And so that was something that someone else brought up to me in the past that they were concerned about. Hers has the same sort of numbers as this one. The other thing to note is that pink color. It seems like the Pillow Tabby 18 was not made in that color. So that was another red flag. So far we've got that the tag looks pretty different and the glazing looks different. And I think the font, particularly on the A on these clips, as well as the hang tag, look off. And the other thing I really noticed on her bag was that the stitching, the way the bag was assembled, the bag sort of flared out past the corner. And that looked wrong to me too when I did look at it. I did some other comparisons, one of which was to look at the Coach stamp on the hardware here on the long strap. And again, it was in the right place, but I do feel like the font is just slightly different. The other thing we looked at was the tag on the inside. And I felt like this one was much more matte in comparison to the one she sent me. And also the color of the brown leather looked different too. That could be just because it is a different color bag, but I felt like that was a little bit of something to be concerned about. The number one thing though for me was this tag that gave it away. So it was a pretty darn good replica, and when she bought it from Mercari for $80. So a heck of a steal. She said, I should have known better. I should have known it was a replica, but it wasn't advertised as being a replica, and it's illegal to sell replicas. Mercari does not support that. So she had accepted the purchase, because if you don't accept it, it automatically gets accepted within, I think, 3 days. She said, I don't think there's anything I can do about it. And I told her, in the case of selling illegal goods, I think you have some recourse even after you have accepted the bag. And so she looked and she said, I have 30 days and today is day 30. So she filed a claim. She submitted some pictures showing the differences between what she knew to be an authentic to what her bag looked like, which we believed was a replica. And immediately, Mercari gave her a full refund. So she got all of her money back and told her to keep the bag. And we chatted between the two of us. I think that she is going to donate it to a women's shelter or charity type thing and just let them know that they cannot sell it because it's illegal to sell counterfeit goods. But you know, if it's something that perhaps somebody in need who doesn't have a handbag gets, they may just love it because it is still a pretty bag. It seems a shame to tear up something and contribute to the mass of things that we don't use anymore whenever it could be perfectly functional for somebody. However, I do not condone counterfeits or replicas in any way. So hopefully that bag will go to a home where someone can appreciate it and not mind that it's not the real deal. And I would say that the story did have a happy ending because my subscriber got all of her money back and she didn't end up selling a counterfeit good on to somebody else without her being aware that that was what was happening. So if you like content like this, please give me a big thumbs up. If you have something like this happen to you and you want to reach out, feel free to do so. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same. You can DM me there, and you can also email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. I look forward to either hearing from you or seeing you again real soon. Bye.